My name's Damien Thomlinson. I proudly served with the 2nd Commando Regiment for 8 years, and on the night of the 3rd of April in 2009, I was mortally wounded in Afghanistan. I spent 56 minutes on the ground, and with the work of an amazing team that were around me, I found myself fighting for my life in hospital after having 7 or so operations that all had single-digit chances of me surviving. Eventually woke up in a hospital room and had seen the functional life that I had, all the achievements that I think I'd gone through to get to that role in the Special Forces and so proudly serve had been taken away in one swift swoop. I knew that there was no point me thinking about the whys, the hows, what could have been, and I thought back to when I was young and the things that had cost me, the whys, the hows, the what could have been, and I started working and thinking on training my mind to think about the way it could see a way forward, how to deal with a problem with a successful sort of mentality. What had got me into the Special Forces? What was the change between me before I joined and then through my career? And then how could I use that and adapt it to the situation that I was in, which ultimately came down to the fact that it was going to be uncomfortable. It was going to hurt. I was going to be tired. I was going to be anxious. I was going to be in places that in a perfect world, you probably wouldn't put yourself in. The great thing about those places is that's where you grow. All I could see from that moment was the way forward and what I had to do, giving myself the mind check that it was going to be difficult and it was all going to come down to my attitude when it came to overcoming any type of adversity that was going to rear its head in the learning to walk again, the regaining my life. But at no stage ever, and I made this promise to myself, was I going to roll over and let the person who buried that bomb beat me. To be honest, I think I'm probably the best person that a circumstance like this could happen to. I was prepared for it. I have a Special Forces background that teaches me to deal with high levels of adversity in conditions that are consistently changing. You have to be comfortable being outside your comfort zone, and you see through your training and through your career that that's where the biggest periods of growth happen, which changes your mindset from I'm uncomfortable, I'm out of my comfort zone, into I'm growing, I'm building something here. So every time I was in pain, when I'm working on legs, learning how to walk or something like that, I had a goal or a mindset knowing that I'm not just going, well, this is difficult, this isn't what it used to be, this just hurts, flat out hurts. What I'm doing is I'm laying foundations and building blocks. I'm learning things that are going to be useful in the future and change the way that I go about the same problem next time it comes up. I mean, there are times in my life where there's challenges, there's moments where you get beaten down, where you can be in a dark spot, that you've really got to ask yourself, why am I doing this? How do I go forward? What do I do? The great thing about that is it's also me that answers that same question I'm asking myself, and that answer is always I'm pushing through. I'm going to keep fighting and go as hard as I can until I get the answer that I want. My mouth typically has got me in trouble. I'm not your typical motivational speaker, but I've seen things and been through things that I hope that no one has to go through. But with those things comes a wealth of experience and understanding of complex situations that I really hope I can share with you.